So this, guys, is a Patagonian specialty right here, the Cordero. Slow roasted next to a wood fire for 5 or so hours. Absolutely delicious. Buenos dias a todos y bienvenidos a Vlog de Hoy. Today is Thursday, 28th of November, and it is just a cruisy day here in El Calafate. Just been in the hostel this morning, just catching up with a bit of editing. Have a bit of a hay fever this morning, which is kind of lingering around a bit longer than usual, which is kind of annoying. But now I'm out, feeling a little bit better. Just making my way to the bus terminal over there. I need to sort out my transport to get to Puerto Natales. I was originally planning to leave yesterday, but I thought I'd just take my time. No need to rush out of this place and just use today as a rest day. Do my laundry and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I thought I'd better book my bus sooner rather than later, because these buses do get full. And also I can't book my accommodation without making sure I actually get there on the right day. So I'm really hoping there's buses to Puerto Natales tomorrow, because it is in Chile, so I have to cross the border tomorrow as well. I don't really want to be stuck here for another day, so we'll see very soon if there's buses available. Hola, ¿cómo estás? I'm looking for a bus to Puerto Natales. ¿Es Esperanza?
Sí, haces un cambio de...
Ah, cambio. Okay, muchas gracias. Looking for a bus to Puerto Natales.
For today?
No, for mañana.
And tomorrow I have 7:30 in the morning.
Okay, ¿cuánto?
1,500.
¿Cambio en otra ciudad?
Es directo.
¿Qué hora llego? Arrive?
Between 1:30. That depends the time it gets the control border always. 11 your seat number and the price that you pay with MasterCard.
Okay, perfecto.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Well, that was pretty simple. To-do list number 1. Tick. Always remember when you're buying tickets for these buses that cross borders, always bring your passport. So yeah, that was 1,500 pesos, $37. There were 2 companies I went to, both the same price, but the other one had a stopover in some random town and left later, got there in the evening. But this one's a directo, leave 7:30 in the morning and then arrive just after lunch. So had to go with that one. It's just one of those days today, guys. One of those days where weather's not that great, feeling lazy, still feeling a little bit sick from this morning, and not a whole lot to do, but it's given me a chance to kind of plan and book stuff ahead. So when I got back, I was able to book my next hostel for the next 2 nights in Puerto Natales. I'm staying in Patagonia, which seems like a very popular hostel. And then the important thing in Puerto Natales is that's where I'm going to try to find any trek I could go on to go to Torres del Paine. Everyone I've spoken to going to Torres del Paine has booked their hike either weeks or months in advance, and I'm just going there on a whim. That's why I've allowed a bit of time there, just in case I need to wait a little bit. I want to try to go on the W trek, which is like a 4 or 5 day hike. You could also opt to do the O trek, which is like 8-10 days hiking, which I'm not going to do. I'm not even sure about the W trek. 5 days is a bit too long for me to be hiking. 2-3 days is fine, it's a perfect amount of time, but 5, if I don't find a spot, then I'm okay with that. I'll even just do a day trek to the popular spot. But I'll just quickly show you guys what the general plan is for the next few weeks. So here's a map of the general Patagonia region between Argentina and Chile. So we are here now in El Calafate. A few days ago I took a 3-hour bus from El Chalten. And then now I've just booked my bus from El Calafate to go to Puerto Natales, which is 6-7 hours tomorrow. Now you could also book treks to go straight to Torres del Paine from El Calafate, but that's only if you had something here booked. I don't have anything booked, so I've got to take it from here to Puerto Natales and then find something, go to Torres, do my trekking, and then come back. After that, I could take my bus from Puerto Natales to Punta Arenas, and then a bus which crosses the sea up in this area to the end of the world, Ushuaia, down here. So after spending a bit of time down at the bottom of the world, then I catch a plane all the way up to Buenos Aires. So with that plan, I already know my problem is going to be cash. So let's have a look at my cash at this point in time. I've got Chilean peso and Argentinian peso. Argentinian peso, I've got around 300 about 1,400 Argentinian peso, which is not a lot. That's $35, which I've got. It's 40 Argentinian pesos to $1 Australian. But in Chileno peso, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,000, 110,000. Yeah, about 125 Chileno peso, which is 250 Australian dollars. It's 480 Chileno peso to the Australian dollar. So this is all the cash I have to try to make it down to the end of the world, to Ushuaia, and then catch a flight out back to the top to Buenos Aires for Christmas and New Year's, back to civilization, and then restart from there. So anyway, it's 6 o'clock now. It's still bright as hell outside. Sun's not out. It's been overcast all day and raining a little bit. So I've been saving this dinner for my last night here in El Calafate, but I'm not going to give away what it is yet, so we'll just have to wait and see until we get back into town. We are having the famous Cordero a la Cruz, the Patagonian lamb. This lamb is cooked on a cross. There you go, a la Cruz, also known as a Cordero al palo, Cordero cooked on the post. So I'm in Casemiro restaurant, which was a restaurant I got dragged into the other day and got a free taste test of this lamb to Chile eventually. Oh, look at this. Had to go back, could not leave this place without doing it properly. So this, guys, is a Patagonian specialty right here, the Cordero. Check that out. Slow roasted next to a wood fire for 5 or so hours. Absolutely delicious. And for dinner tonight, we are ordering ourselves one of these babies. All right, we are in business. Hear that sizzling. Patagonian lamb, tender and juicy. Absolutely melts in your mouth. Delicious. And I've got my Cerveza de Patagonia right here. Sweet. Now here's a question for all you guys. Have any of you guys ever fine dined by yourself in a nice restaurant like this? Has any of you guys ever eaten dinner on your own? Comment down below if you have. Wanted to have a nice dinner, have some lamb, and this is the only place that I saw that had it on display and looked really nice, so here I am. I think this is actually my first time, maybe, but if you're backpacking on your own for several months, then you just got to get used to it. Now, one of the things that you learn when you're backpacking and you're on your own for a long period of time is how to appreciate and enjoy your own company. Now, when you're traveling, you meet all kinds of people every single day. Some days you come out of it and think, yeah, I had a really good day and I'm glad to have met that person. It was well worth my time to, you know, spend and do that activity with that person or with that group. But some days you just think, man, that was a total waste of time. I would have had a lot more fun if I did that on my own. And I think experiencing those kind of things is really important because it really teaches you a lot about yourself. It teaches you a lot about how to enjoy your own time, how you don't always need to be around people. And that's why I want to hear people that haven't backpacked, haven't traveled you know, in long periods of time on their own. I really highly recommend it. The first thing I always say when I hear it is just pack your bags, book a plane ticket, don't bring anyone with you, and just go for as long as you can. But I'll tell you one thing, I've been to my own fair share of hostels, I've been to many places around the world, and you do meet some weirdos in hostels. I'll tell you that much, there are some really weird people out there. Alright guys, that's it for tonight. Our last night here in El Calafate. That dinner there in that fancy restaurant cost me $40, 40 Australian dollars. Won't be doing that too often, but sometimes you just gotta indulge a little bit in the finer things in life. So it's 10 o'clock now. Look how bright the sky is still. 10:20 actually, 10:20 p.m. de la noche, and it is still so bright. Damn, that is crazy. It blows my mind every single time. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed today. A new town, a new adventure tomorrow, so I'll catch you guys then.
Sabe Dios que angustia te acompañó, que dolores viejo cayó tu voz para recostarte arrullada en el canto de las caracolas.